the crack of dawn on a Sunday morning. Gonna ride up to Lolo Pass. It's only 850 miles from here. Little ride that I've been wanting to do for a long time. The time has come. Here we go. Traffic around here is usually horrible. I guess it's 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning's the time to be out. The streets look different with no cars on them. Don't even recognize the place. I had only been on the road for 20 minutes, but I decided to stop and get some drone footage of Snow Canyon. Everyone knows that drones are illegal in Snow Canyon, but I thought, hey, let's break some rules. Miles to Ely. Starting to look like we could get into some weather. I think it's going to be one of those days that you don't want to put the rain gear on until it actually starts raining, because it's pushing 90 degrees. Put the rain gear on and it just miserable, hot, sweaty, sticky. So you wait till it starts raining, then you can't find a place to get off the road. Fortunately for me, there's very little traffic. If I have to stop on the side of on the shoulder and gear up, it won't be too big of a deal, I don't think. I'm not putting it on till it's raining. A tire chain installation area. Wow, it's all paved. Perfect. Now it's stopped, but it's cooled way off. It's 77 degrees, so won't be quite as miserable. That's pretty cool. Look at it rain. 12,000 miles on this bike, and this is only the second time I've been caught in the rain. I gotta close my helmet vent. It's coming right in the helmet vent. Yeah, buddy. I don't mind riding in the rain when I'm prepared for it. Sometimes rain is better than 105-degree heat. Well, we got through the rain. About 10 minutes of hard rain and 20 minutes of altogether rain. Wasn't too bad. Gonna take the chance of getting the rain gear off. Best way to make it rain some more. Take the rain gear off. Well, I just couldn't resist another drone session. The scenery was good, the weather was cool, it smelled like rain, and I was just happy to be on the road. For the night. Doesn't look too bad. Looks clean. I was supposed to meet up with some cousins that I have that live here in Meridian, but it's pushing 8 o'clock Sunday night. I'd probably better not bother them. I think it'd take me almost 30 minutes to drive to their place from here, so not on a Sunday. Looks like we got Monday morning traffic. $222 miles to Kuskia. And here we go. Lolo Pass. We're coming today. 64 degrees in downtown Boise this morning, and it feels good. Soak it in. Ain't this purty? Highway 55 north out of Boise is very nice. It has everything that makes riding a motorcycle enjoyable. Curves, scenery, and good asphalt. Welcome to Cascade, Idaho. Welcome to Donley, Idaho. Welcome to Lake Fork. Welcome to McCall. Welcome to New Meadows. This is where State Highway 55 meets US Highway 95. Welcome to Riggins. Population 395. Salmon River. Welcome to Grangeville. Welcome to the town of Stites. Welcome to Kooskia. We've made it. Might be a good place to get a cheeseburger. Lolo Pass, 100 miles of curves, starts right now. Originally known as the Lolo Trail, Lolo Pass has a history much older than the Lewis and Clark expedition. Lewis and Clark struggled over the trail in September 1805. What was thought to be a 5-day journey turned into an arduous trek of 11 days over snow-covered hilltops and ridges. Led by a Shoshone guide known to the expedition as Old Toby, they began their journey on September 12th. By the 16th and 17th, they were hit by severe snowstorms that slowed progress significantly. There was a scarcity of game at the time, forcing the expedition to eat their emergency rations as well as one of their horses. As they reached the southern end of the trail, Clark took a small party of hunters ahead to search for game and make contact with the Nez Perce, which they did on September 20th. There's US Highway 93. Just coming into Missoula. And I'm gonna look for a motel that I can park right in front of my room. That room I had last night, I had to go in the door, around the corner, down the hallway, up the elevator, and then down another hallway for about 100 yards to get to my room. See if we can do better than that tonight. I don't have any good things to say about last night's motel, so I just won't say anything. I did, however, find a great meal, and I got a pretty good night's sleep. So I consider that a win. Alright, it's Tuesday morning. Just leaving Missoula. Sat around for a little while this morning trying to decide whether to make my way south or go farther north. And I decided to go farther north. Found what I think is going to be a really nice little loop from Missoula. We're going to go up past Seeley Lake. That'll eventually put us in the Flathead Lake area, Polson, which I've heard is just absolutely beautiful. It's got to be. It's close to Glacier National Park, which I'm not going to go near. Thought about going a little further east and hitting the Beartooth Pass, but then I'd have to make my way back west because I'm not going down through Salt Lake City. So we'll do Beartooth on a different trip. So here we go. this is where America ends and Canada starts. And I don't have my passport, so this is where I turn around. After turning back at the Canadian border, I headed west on Highway 37 toward Rexford. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was heading straight toward what would be one of the highlights of this trip, Lake Koocanusa. The Libby Dam was completed in 1973 on the Kootenay River. The lake stretches 90 miles to the north, crossing into Canada. The name Koocanusa might sound strange, but it's quite clever. Kootenay, Canada, USA. Koocanusa. America! All right, 6:15. Leaving at the crack of dawn. Award-winning $225 before tax for a Super 8. All right, here we go. Downtown Darby, Montana. Popular little town for the Idaho BDR. I highly recommend Idaho and Montana to any motorcyclist looking for a summer ride. Between the amazing scenery, the quality pavement, and the light traffic on winding roads, they pretty much have it all. Last time I was on this road was about 2 years ago. almost of the day, and had my beautiful wife with me, riding the Pan America. Insert picture of beautiful wife with Pan America here. So my son Brock played baseball up here in Twin Falls for the College of Southern Idaho. One day me and him rolled into town and I wanted to find the Evel Knievel statue. Supposedly it's right here on this end of the bridge somewhere. We couldn't see it, so we went into the visitor center and asked the kid working in there where it was at. He said, I don't know, I've never heard of it. And after a little bit more research, we found out we were parked about 50 feet away from it. That's it right there. Just coming into Wells, Nevada. And yes, I think I'll stay here tonight. Yeah, I'm in Wales, and I want to read the reviews before I check into a hotel. Make sure it's not a brothel. It's what Wales is famous for. It used to be. I don't think it is anymore. I wonder if people can hear me because I got my earbuds in and I can't tell how loud I'm talking. I'll call you when I get checked in. All right, bye-bye. Well, it's definitely not a brothel. I think it's the highest rated hotel in town, and for good reason. Very clean, well kept, and you can tell the owners take a lot of pride in the place. Just leaving Wells, Nevada. And this morning air feels so good. According to the weather app, it was 65 degrees here this morning. My thermometer says it's 69 right now. Might as well top off the tank and hit the road straight south. Here we go. 95 degrees in Cedar City. Just hitting I-15 heading south, St. George. We'll see what it is in St. George. I'm guessing 105. Oh geez, welcome to I-15.